Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So a slightly different video here because I'm genuinely confused with the community, or at least the part of the community that is constantly complaining about everything. So I have an example with some comments and everything else to show you what I mean. So yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday, we got the patch 1.3.7. And in this one, they made some content improvements. The void vessel, medium difficulty, medium size facility. They adjusted the experimental material storage boxes and the special material storage boxes to spawn approximately 1.5 times more than before. So if you were getting 2 boxes previously, now you would get 3 boxes. So they increased the number of boxes. Now this was an issue when the October patch started. We were not getting enough boxes and to open and get the resources, and the resources were like 2 to 5 in the boxes. So a lot of us, what we said was focus on one at a time. I made several videos going over this. Open one type of box and then run it again until you have all the materials to farm the sword, and then focus on the next sword. The number one comment I got from my video yesterday. So in this video yesterday, what I did was I ran the void vessel 4 times. And I got between 18 and 35 materials from the experimental boxes. And I concluded that if you were to run it 4 or 5 times, you should have enough to get 100 for one part of the blueprint. And yeah, of course, it'll vary a little bit here and there depending on how many boxes spawn. But I tested to see if the boxes were spawning more than before, and they were spawning more than before. The number one comment, and I got so many of this comment, is, but we still only have 6 keys. And some people even went and said the box was not the problem, it was the keys. Of course the box was the problem. I don't understand how people can say that. Have you not played the game? I played the game. Are we playing the same game? Because I finished 5 copies of the Shadow, and then I finished 4 copies of the Manus. And the experimental boxes were just not spawning in enough quantities. We were constantly getting the genetic boxes. That's why we kept saying focus on one box, the experimental box, and so that you get a few of the materials every run. And if you don't get enough boxes, at least you get some extra keys that you can use on the next run. And now it seems the keys are the problem. How? Why do people keep moving the goalpost? So if you were running previously and you were not getting experimental keys, experimental boxes, why do you not have more than 5 keys? Why are you always still struggling with 5 keys? Why are you opening the genetic boxes? It makes no sense to me. Like if you were running the dungeon over and over and you were getting only 2 boxes of experimental material storage boxes, so that should mean you should have another 4 keys remaining. Also, you get 6 keys, you don't get 5 keys. One of the keys is used for the container after you defeat the boss. So if you already have all the blueprints, don't open that box, save that extra key, and then use it on the next run. I have all my recordings here. So this one here, this is the one I showed you. I'll actually show it to you because I'm using the display mode so that you can see this is a 43-minute video where I did the 4 runs, and there's some other bits and pieces here and there as well. So this should be the first video, and let me show you. Let's see how many boxes I opened. Okay, so now this first one, I actually did not know about the boxes here. I just went past them. So let me just see. Notice, I just drive by. I did not stop for the boxes because I did not know this was the first time I did it. So I didn't even see if there are any boxes. Okay, next let's go here. Down here, there must have been a box. We'll count, we'll see. Okay, 1 genetic box. See, this is the second location and we still don't have an experimental box. But I remember in this section we had a lot more boxes. So let's see. Genetic, okay, 1 experimental, we get 3 out of this one. Second, that's 4, 7. Third, another 3, that's 10. Okay, 10 boxes, 10 from these 3 boxes, 3 boxes so far. Let's move on. Up here, box number 4, we got 4, that's 14. Box number 5, We got 5, that's 14 and 5, 19. Nothing here. I think there were 2 more boxes. How many boxes was that so far? 3 and 2, 5. Nothing here. Okay, 5 here, so that's box number 6. I got 5, so how many did we have? 19, 24. And box number 7, we got 5, that is 29. So this was the first run where I got 29. 29. Okay, so I opened 7 boxes. You get 6 keys. If you don't open the container at the end, you have 6. If you're not getting enough boxes previously, you should have more than a few extra keys with you. So why is opening 7 such a problem for you? Okay, so that is the first thing. So what were you guys doing for the last 2 weeks if you did not have a few extra keys when there are not enough boxes spawning? The number of people who said this is just mind-boggling to me. See, before you could get, you would be going for experimental and it will only spawn special. Meaning, you were not getting experimental. He's literally saying that there are not enough experimental. So where are the keys going? Now it has both, but you can still only open 5 or 6. See, literally contradicting themselves in the same comment. You get 18 to 35 materials because you had more than 5 keys. Again, why do you not have more than 5 keys? I literally said the same thing. Nobody's getting 4 or 5 guaranteed materials out of the box every run. I'm still getting 2 or 3 materials. I just showed you. It was anywhere from 3 to 5. And I got more because I had more keys and they are spawning more boxes because that's what they said they are going to do. We are going to spawn more boxes. But you still only get 6 keys. See, another one. It's almost like somebody's given people a script. Sometimes I'm genuinely like thinking, am I getting a lot of bots here or are these real people? Because I can't believe everybody's thinking the same way and nobody knows how to play a video game. Video games are meant to you are meant to solve a problem in a video game. So if you are going for the void vessel, your job is to figure out how to do it efficiently. Which is the best descendant to do it, which would be a good weapon in case you need a weapon, which would be a good descendant to run the void vessel quickly, to kill the boss quickly. Is it better to run solo? Is it better to run in public in terms of time and the number of boxes? And then once again, if you are opening experimental boxes for the last 2 weeks before the patch, you were not getting enough boxes and you had more keys remaining, you would have a few extra keys. And if you're using up all the keys, then you should be getting good amount of materials. Okay, maybe not 29 or 35. You would still get 18 or 20. 15 minimum? I don't get it. I just don't understand. So people, it seems they're not playing the game. They're not understanding how to grind or how to play and how to do things efficiently. And then they are complaining in a grinding game that it is very grindy. You guys are playing the wrong game. If you still haven't understood that the main gameplay loop of this game is to grind for stuff, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's been out for a year and a bit. And if grind is still a problem, again, I don't know. Okay, the last 2 weeks, sure, you wanted to get the swords immediately. I can understand the frustration. But after the patch, it's literally changed. I actually left one of these mana swords just to test this and see, because I knew pretty much that they will be doing this. They will be buffing the drop rates, and they have buffed it. And it took me like an hour and a half to get 300 materials for the manas, and I did it in public. I did it with Ines, who's not very fast here. I was using the sword, and yeah, basically, if you pace yourself, if you figure out the efficient method of doing it, and you do little by little, it won't take you long to get the things done. What else are people saying? Did they increase the number of keys? Because that was my main issue, because you were probably opening all the boxes. There's so many people who just keep saying this. Save some extra keys, started playing normal with 13 keys, number of players. See, this is how you're supposed to do. Save the keys and then open the boxes. If you're running out of keys, that's a good thing, because now you're getting enough boxes to open all the keys. Problem was never the number of boxes. The problem is the number of materials per box or the number of keys. 32 people like this comment. 32 people, and the commenter did not understand that this is a grinding game where you have to find an efficient way of doing it. I just don't understand. They have the amount of boxes that spawned, yet did not increase the number of keys. Look at how many people are repeating this. Did some big content creators say this? Because I've noticed the community here just parrots a lot of what the bigger content creators say. It really doesn't matter how many boxes they give us. We only get 5 keys. Again, literally the same thing. You are telling the game to not make the game grindy. A grindy game, you're telling them not to make it grindy so that you can finish the things quickly and then sit and complain about nothing to do. See, somebody with some common sense. Increasing the box amount isn't the problem. It was the problem. I mean, I don't understand what game were they playing for the last 2 weeks. I was just getting genetic material boxes. And these people are saying box was not the problem. This constant goalpost moving, I just don't understand this community. Needing pointless keys to open the games. The first Void Vessel had 6 keys as well. And this one has 6 keys as well. They haven't changed anything there. 18 people like this one as well. I just don't understand. I think most of you here, you guys have been burnt out by the game. You were never used to playing a grinding game. You haven't adjusted or tried to figure out an efficient method of playing the game. And it's clear that the negativity has just clouded your judgment and you can't problem solve. That's the main thing I'm noticing. People can't seem to solve the problem of the grind and figure out what is the efficient method. And then there are other people who are saying the swords are worthless, not grinding them. So you're not grinding, but you want to grind and complain. I just don't understand. Anyway, I'm just confused sometimes. I try to show you the methods. I literally did the runs and showed you what the efficient way is. I've made multiple videos going over what the ideal way of farming is. If you just don't want to do it, yeah, then this game is not for you. I'm sorry if this is a bit negative. I try not to make these type of videos, but sometimes the excessive, I don't know what to use a word that would be polite, but yeah, it's just mind-boggling that people who would have spent so many hours in the game still don't understand the basic concept of it. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching.